Welcome back, brothers. That intro was pretty sappy, but I just wanted to honestly say, thank you. It's been 4 months ago I created a YouTube channel, and I told myself, it'd be kind of cool if I could hit 10 by 10 subscribers by December, and we're getting dangerously close to 500. I just wanted to take that time to tell all of you, thank you, and hopefully this series is actually helping you. You guys are too kind with your words, and I just wanted to say I do appreciate it. It's what keeps me going. But jumping into the video today, you guys are absolutely blowing up the Idleon efficiency submissions, and there's so many of them now that anytime that I'm not making a video, I will be jumping on these to help you guys as much as humanly possible. And I think I can get through all of these, so just keep them coming. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I will get through them, I promise you. But let's jump into the video. All right, brothers. Now that we got the sappy stuff out of the way, I compose myself. I'm ready to get into it. So jumping into it blind again. On the left-hand side, we have Kallomyname, and then on the right-hand side, hopefully you're okay with it, brother. I'm gonna call you Psy. Let's us jump into it. Don't see anything off the bat. Let's jump into the stamps. Oof. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So I guess today we're jumping into two really good freaking accounts. Okay. Blowing my account out of the water. Just looking at the stamps. Jeebers. All right. You guys are crushing it. I can tell it's going to be very minimal, the things I point out today. Very minimal. I'm sure Call. I just, anything like, 19 silver to level this up to level 10. I know you can do it. You probably just have forgotten about it. Super easy quest there. I mean, you've done, 7-figure followers. Love to see you get that. Super easy. Over here, same thing, level 10 stuff. Nothing too crazy that I don't think you couldn't get. Obviously, the ones you don't have, probably the unattainables. Yeah, good luck on these. I've been trying forever myself to get the 3 from the arcade, just not happening. Looks like you're only missing really... Yeah, one stamp, brother. I mean, I would just get the last stamp just for, collection purposes. But really freaking good account. Right-hand side, I don't think there's anything I can tell you other than, this one stamp's not level 10. Just real quick pickup from the level up gift. All these are unattainable. Freaking beautiful account, though. Ooh, grats. First time I've actually seen somebody with this. So, grats on that. Hopefully you get lucky and you can get these other two. Beautiful account, Psy. Just want to say, both of these accounts are absolutely gorgeous. Really nothing to say on the stamps. You might have just forgotten about the, 2 right here that are sub-level 10. Same for you, Call. Probably just forgot that these 3 are sub-level 10, but beautiful accounts, both sides. Absolutely gorgeous. You love to see it. Okay, so going into the forges, we got some void going on. We got some dementia, some copper, some platinum, some copper, some silver, some gold. Oh, you're a man after my own heart, and you got every single one of them filled out. Oh, Call, I think you prepped this account for me to do the review, brother, because that's everything I've been talking about in all of the other videos. These are gorgeous accounts. Just a little bit more maxed. Yeah, you've really only got just a couple more levels until you've completely maxed out your forge. Really nothing for me to even harp on. I see you're doing a nice spread amongst all the ores. That way you're never running out of a specific ore. That's really good on the left-hand side. Love it. Coming over to Psy, we got copper going on. We got some silver, some gold, some platinum, some dementia. Okay. I don't know if you guys prepped these accounts before I reviewed them because they're both so damn good. In a completely maxed out forge. Psy. Your account's better than mine, so I don't know why you want me to review your account, brother. This is a beautiful account. Nothing to say on your forge. You're doing a very good job of keeping a solid flow of all kinds of ore running. Absolutely great for both accounts. Nothing really to say. Just on the left-hand side, Call, whenever you get the chance, upgrade your forge, brother. Let's jump into the anvil. Okay, so we have the slower characters, which are getting our no thread, though. The first thing I noticed right there, no thread getting created. So, might just be an oversight call. I would honestly always have somebody producing the thread just because that's kind of a pain in the butt when you're trying to level up that specific vial. Gonna need a lot of thread. Other than that, we're all in on the bricks though. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean nothing there. I mean, I see that all of your archer based classes have on the bubble, so you're producing 3 at a time. You get your slower characters down towards the easier to produce items, and I think both of these accounts are great if you're watching this video on something that you should mimic and build your account towards theirs. Absolutely freaking phenomenal on both accounts. I can already tell I'm gonna be jealous when I get to the right hand side. That's beautiful. So I don't think there's going to be a lot that I'm going to be pointing out in either of these videos. This is obviously, creeping towards, late game, and this one's, creeping towards in game. Both beautiful accounts. Left hand side, you're doing the exact right thing. Slower characters towards easier to craft materials. Faster characters towards the harder to create materials. Let's jump into Psy over here on the right. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Slower characters are down there towards the middle. Maestro is a good kind of middleman because they do end up getting a lot of speed just because of how fast they're going to level up their skills. Nothing to say about the right hand side. I mean, you're producing a solid amount of materials. Yeah, I wouldn't even say anything about these two non-archer based classes all the way down here just because they have enough crafting speed to be able to offset it. So really nothing to say about either of your gentlemen's anvils. Absolutely beautiful for both of them, brothers. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, and we both have maxed alchemy. God, I love to see it. I love to see it. These are both beautiful accounts. I mean, there's really nothing to point out. I mean, everything is just going to be nitpicky. Solid progression across the top, so you're getting the base points for all of your classes. Let's jump down to FMJ, 48 and 45, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you've progressed to a point where I know for a fact you have no problem hitting any mob in World 4. Damage, okay. Really, the only thing I could say is that you've allowed Maddie Stafford, Bojack, and you've allowed Britley Spears to kind of fall behind. Would love to see Britley Spears, matching up these guys in the 70s. Just some base level ones. Wouldn't worry about penning the rift since that's not even in the game yet. Would get some more points into Matrix Evolved and Kill Per Kill. Doing a great job with Mr. Massacre. Your grind time is actually phenomenal, 116. Yeah, really, it's just time for the ones that you're leveling up in the background through the lab. But exceptionally solid. I would just get these two to match these guys in the 70s if you wanted to just put in a couple extra points into FMJ accuracy, and then get Britley Spears up to where these guys are. Absolutely beautiful account on the left. On the right hand side, or the account I wish I had, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, yeah, like level 90 plus in all of these, 100 plus in these. Absolutely beautiful. FMJ 72 and 75, gorgeous. I mean, you've obviously gotten most of your characters all the way down to the back end of World 4, and we're looking at 80 plus on these and 118 for Bojack. Gorgeous. 68 for Lab. There's really nothing I could tell you, brother. Your grind time is popping. Yeah, there's really nothing to talk about on the right-hand side. I think, I don't know if this is a trick account, but I think you know what you're doing. Jumping in the vials. You got unlucky with the... You'll get it eventually. Great, great, great thing for getting arcade balls. Really, the only thing is, I mean, where your account is right now, you should have no problem getting at least one Pearl Seltzer and a Kraken. I can understand if you haven't done the quest in order to unlock the blobfish, and I'm not going to judge it because I haven't even gotten the spook pint yet. But yeah, these two super easy for someone where you're at right now, Call, to get these. And the weapon power from the Krakenade is phenomenal. So really the only thing I would say is these two super easy for someone like you to get. This quest shouldn't take you too long, and then I can understand why you haven't gotten these two. Jumping into size, I mean, sweet Jesus. Literally, I think the only thing I could point out is why you don't have that. I mean, you should definitely, unless you've just gotten unlucky almost every single day, no reason why you wouldn't have that. Beautiful account, though. BEA, beautiful. Jumping into the sigils, I mean, there's really nothing to talk about when we're talking sigils. I can see you're going specifically for the ones that help the most, and we're kind of skipping like 75 base damage times 2, 150 base damage. It doesn't really do much when you're doing 200 million plus damage. So I can see you're kind of headhunting the ones that you want. For both accounts, you've definitely progressed to the point where now sigils are the viable thing. You've unlocked everything that you wanted to in alchemy, and the bubbles themselves are just going to get leveled up in the background through the lab. So completely agree. Both accounts are exactly where they need to be. That looks gorgeous, both accounts. Absolutely stunning, gentlemen. Absolutely stunning. Jumping into here, and Psy, you're way past where you're both past where my refinery production is. So I'm not going to speak so far on why you're not able to get these materials. I'm sure you know, especially those who are avid watchers of this series, that as you do level them up, it does become a pain in the butt to level. But both of these accounts, I think you know what you're doing to the point where there's nothing I'm going to give you in this review to blow your mind. But I can see you're leveling past where you're actually able to get those materials. So I'm going to point out, maybe pull it back a little bit. And I don't know if I caught you, Psy, in the middle of like resampling or something. But I can tell just from your 94K sample here, 10K, 14K, 25K. Your account is well past. Oh wow, I just noticed you have 2 Maestros. Huh. Okay. Your account is way past where my account is, Psy. And right now I'm able to keep all of my refineries leveled, albeit yours are about 10 levels higher than mine. So where your account is, are you having troubles with the sampling? Is that an issue that you're running into right now? Because I would ask how an account at your level is not able to keep the refinery running at all times. Just because I know I'm able to get 12.2K horns, 6K forest fibers, the 34,000 sand an hour, kind of difficult. But the rest of these should be no issues for you. I assume you've got something going on in the background that maybe you're just moving around the samples or in the middle of resampling. So not going to say much about that. Still a beautiful account. Left hand side, going back to it, same thing I always say, Cal. Your account is a great account, so there shouldn't be any issues with getting the monster materials in order to keep that refinery running indefinitely. And I think a couple of these honestly are due for a resample, because when you start to see numbers like 49K for logs, 66K for copper, your accounts progress to a point where if you went back to do resamples based off your death note, like 95, right, for your green mushroom caps, you should be getting well over 4.74K, well over. You're just under my death note, and my last green mushroom sample was 34K, 32, 34K. So I think it might be, time for that resample. That's really the only thing I would point out on either of these accounts. I think it's just time for that resample. But yeah, man, God, these accounts are great. All right, let's jump into World 4. I want to keep up with how I do all the other videos and not, bring in something new, because that's not something I've given other people. So jumping into cooking. So cabbages, first thing I always look at, just because this is my own personal opinion, I think that's the best way to start off in an account to get the cooking speed in order to start doing your eggs, in order to start doing your corn dogs, where the meal speed starts to compound. And then the second thing I look at is I'm looking for all the 11s, right? So we can see right here, you're still working on the, whatever that is, cannolis. I would put one more level into here just because the gains you're going to see from getting that diamond plate. It's going to boost your account. I'm sure you know that. Same thing for these slices of oranges. Get 5 more levels there, and then it's just down to doing your breeding to get to the point where you can get these specific spices. But like I said, your account's definitely progressed to the point where I know that you know that. It's just remembering or reminding you to do that. Okay, coming over to Psy. Psy, looks like you're pretty much done, brother. Like, all you need to do, honestly, besides getting the leaks to level 11, you might have, what, 1 or 2 more zones you have to get. Tundra Outback, Frosty Peaks, Twilight Desert, Beach Dogs. Okay. So, is Crystal Caverns the last one? Because it shouldn't be, because I think the last one is Shores of Eternity. So you should have 3, 4, if my memory's serving me right. You should have 4 more to go. So I'm sure you're working on that as I'm looking at the levels of, you know, all your animals. I mean, they're pretty good. You're probably looking at getting solid 30k plus animals. That way you can push and get your 6th slot, unless you haven't unlocked that already. So, beautiful account, honestly. Honest to God, beautiful account. I think we're both more or less stuck at Crystal Caverns until we unlock that 6th slot. I just cannot beat 125 in the arena. I don't know if you're having issues with that as well. Cool. Let's look at the stats, see what we got going on here. I just broke 100 billion, so I'd like to see your guys's. Okay, so I'm a little bit above you in kitchen stats, Psy, and I would have to assume that's just from leveling up your diamond chef a little bit more. Hopefully you're saving the beach spices, that way you can level it up. But no, beautiful. Once you hit the billions, it honestly just, you know, blows out of control. So 27 billion, 63.3 million. Only thing I can tell you, Cal, is continue to level up the cabbages, continue to level up the cooking speed, and then get the 2 that I was telling you about, the oranges and the, where'd you go for me? Whatever that is. It looks like a fig. So I'd get the fig and the oranges, you know, 1 level here, 5 levels there. It's going to be a huge boost to your account. But both accounts, absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Jumping into the lab, I can only assume you both have gone all the way to the end, and you have. I am getting trolled today with 2 beautiful accounts. Nothing to say in your lab. You both are at the 6 split, so there's really nothing to go from there. Obviously, Cal, you're just, you know, doing a little bit more leveling. Psy, you're more or less in the same level I'm at with the, you know, plus 100s. But no, if you're able to hit all of this, Cal, with your 6 characters, nothing to change there. Just continue to do what I know you're doing, which is pushing to end of World 4 and then swapping out characters, putting them in the lab. But would love to see you free up one of your boobos, just so you can, you know, get one of these characters up to level 300. You're probably doing 1 all the way to the right. That way they all get increased XP, and then 1 all the way to the left for the increased pixel distance, which is a perfect example right there of what you should do. Let's jump into players. Still blown away, Psy, that you have 2 maestros. I would love to see, or love to hear what the 2 maestros are about. You still have all the wickets hit. I can see you still have the Divine Knight, you have the Bubo, you have the Hunter, Blood Berserker, right? And then 2 of the Wizards, so you're probably crushing Worshipping. And then 2 Blood Berserkers. Okay, so you did a 3 Warrior, 2 Archer, 3 Mage, 2 Maestro, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've seen an account with 2 Maestros, so I'd love to hear from you what you got the 2 Maestros doing, right? That's something I've never seen before. And then, Cal, you've got your split, right? So you did a double Maestro as well. So not only did I get 2 accounts that are phenomenal, but I also got 2 accounts that both have double Maestro. I've never seen one before, and now I saw 2 in the same video. So I do not know what to make of this. I don't know if I got set up, but either way, this was exceptionally cool for me. I love both your accounts. Nothing I would say. The only thing I want to hear about either of the accounts is why you both made 2 Maestros, because that's just something, you know, I hadn't seen before. Now I saw it twice. So if you gentlemen do watch this video, brothers, drop a comment on why you made 2 Maestros and how that's working out for you. Maybe that is the pro strat, and I'm just doing it wrong. But that's going to do it all. Or that's going to do it for me today, gentlemen. Absolute pleasure reviewing your guys' accounts. They were both 10 out of 10s. Absolutely nothing I would change. It's just going to take time to, hit your goals. And I can't wait to see Psy, you catch up with that cooking. See you at 100 billion, brother. And then Cal, nothing to say, brother. You just got some easy stamps, some easy vials to change. And yeah, beautiful accounts all around. But that's going to do it for me today, brothers. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.